Hello again, everyone. It's Avelinius once again, coming back to Cairn. And today I hope to be able to complete the first part of the side quest of collecting the doll pieces. I hope everyone is caught up with what I've been dealing with lately. If not, then you should know that it's been quite painful last two episodes, I believe. The mountain of Kami has been giving me a bit of a challenge on the climbs lately, and yeah, I'm looking forward to dealing with them once again. Um, Already, it's not looking too good for me. I don't really see a clear way up. Uh, yeah, don't know how to approach the climb up back to this section that I have left in order to get a bit of a rest and replenish the missing hunger and thirst. As far as I can tell, we are not doing too good on the supplies. Yeah, I'm already quite thirsty, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is probably drinking some stuff. See, I have raspberry juice to fill up my hunger and thirst a little bit. Some goat milk as well, that's nice. Okay. I think I'm going to be... Alright, I can actually drink up this as well. I've got 4 ticks of water, so to say, left for me. Some jerky, and from the food supplies that would be all, which isn't the best, but we'll have to do with what we have. Maybe we should actually get back here, set up a bivouac really quick, and I'm going to cook those instant noodles so that I don't have to eat them dry. Not too much hunger replenishment, but that will have to do for now. I'm going to go back here really quick to also get back some water. Yep. And quickly jump back into the climbing. Yeah, I can say that I'm happy with the progress lately due to those issues that I've encountered, which is painful on one hand, but on the other it's actually quite funny and interesting that I'm dealing with such problems, given that so far up until this particular moment I've had no issues with the climbs whatsoever. So I've been starting to doubt a little bit what I'm capable of. I hope that it's just this specific section of the mountain that is problematic for me. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be quite bad for me. Okay, this section actually doesn't seem all that bad. Maybe it's actually going to be the natural move to get back, get onto this backpack, get a hold of it and see what it has. I see there's the second piece of the doll here. Okay, seems like a little bit of a silver lining for me. Let's see whether it's just what I think it is and not something that I'm going to be regretting later on. Yeah, already I see that it's not as easy. Okay, maybe let's climb back down and evaluate once again. Maybe I should actually be looking at this pillar if I want to climb back up. Maybe through here doesn't look all that bad. At least I hope so. Yeah, that seems like the best option for me right now. I'll try to focus a bit more on the climbing aspects, because if you've been with me for the last episodes, then you know that I don't do well when I talk and climb at the same time. So if I see a breathing moment for me, then maybe I can talk a bit more. But otherwise you'll just have to bear with me and listen to the sound of my clicky keyboard. Which I hope isn't too distracting for you. Yeah, at first I thought that maybe because I'm a gamer, I play plenty of video games, and I'm also a climber in real life, that this game is not going to be too hard for me. But it seems like, yeah, the reality has been setting me back a little bit. Maybe I need to get to know the mechanics of the game a little better. Because from looking back at what I've been doing up until this moment and comparing it to the real life, it seems like the game is surprisingly forgiving for me. Let's set up a piton here. Yes, as I was about to say, like this sort of section of the route was way simpler in the game in comparison to what would be possible when climbing in real life, because there were no good handholds to grab onto and maintain stable and safe position. Instead, I had to grab onto the rocks that were vertical, fully vertical, Yet still, I managed to just stand up for a fair amount of time, set up a piton, and yeah, then climb on safely. But at the same time, I'm slipping off so much that it's quite questionable how I am even able to maintain good positioning when it's so hard and my feet are slipping every now and then. So I need to learn a little bit more how to exploit the logic of the game actually. Okay, it's nice that the game allows me to step up here on this little shelf. And here I don't have anything to grab onto with my right hand, so I just have to rest it on the rock, on the wall. It's still somehow I managed fairly easily. Adam and Maud were here, age 22. At this rate, we'll be climbing Kami by the time we're 70, but that's okay. Each attempt is another step toward the summit, and with two of us, we are unstoppable. Well, good for you. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. That's okay. Maybe even better for me. One more piton to be used later if I'm going to be having problems. Okay. Nice. Very close to that backpack. Here. Let's drink a sip of water while we're at it. Okay, maybe we can actually even eat those cooked noodles, as we are already far beyond the point where it should be preserved. Okay, both hands here, then feet go up. Climbing this arete, move to the right a little bit. Okay, doing good so far. And let's see. Okay, we can grab another climbing tape, as we have used the whole stack of it last time. Grab the instant noodles for sure. And let's see, we have the coffee packet already. 2 even. So I don't think I'll be needing these. And Curinol, I think it was just some sort of a medicament, which I can grab, sure, why not? Yep, exactly. It brings back a little bit of health. Maybe we'll use that later on. Okay, seems good. Then let's see. Okay, I need to remind myself once again, where was this doll piece? Way up there. Oops. Come on. Stop clicking random buttons. Yeah, so we need to definitely climb up here. This doesn't seem all that friendly, but we don't have a better way. And this section right here, okay, it's actually definitely a non-climbable part of this wall. I mean, yeah, I can reach this little ledge right here, and from here on to the right there are no holes for me, neither feet nor handholds. And here I can see some crimp-sized ledges here and here, and that's all. Wow, that's tragic. Any alternatives? I could go to the left, try to climb up somehow. This section should be feasible for me. And then here, once again, it would be a struggle. Oh my goodness, I need to worry about resting and also looking for some more food. Okay, let me think for a second. Okay, I think I've got an idea. We should definitely fall back from planning on climbing up there for the first time and instead focus on this piece first, get on this section and climb all the way up, and then we can either decide whether we want to continue or find a place for resting. I think this little kite right there suggests that we will have a saving spot there. Yep, I can see it from here. Do we have a map somewhere? Okay. I don't even want to look up there. Definitely can't wait to be doing that as well. Alright, focus once again. Okay, doing good. To the left now. Very nice. Yep, and here we have to just move to the left. I can focus on proper scouting here. Starting here, going through this crack right here. Probably setting up a piton. Or maybe even going down would be better. Seems way more logical. Okay, so we're going to go down here. Up to this moment, set up a piton here because this seems like this type of rock that doesn't allow to stack any pitons into it. Yep, and then we can definitely manage. Okay. Okay, let's set up it right there. Like here, for example, I hope you could have seen it, that Ava, was shaking a lot on this section right here. That's because there were no real feed holds foothold anywhere. Sorry. And yeah, when accounting for the physics, the gravity, then that would mean that the feet should have been slipping down. But luckily for me, the game allowed me to stay on the wall for a long time, where normally it would be quite exhausting because the hands, both hands, would be doing all the lifting of my body. At least, yeah, when comparing it to how I imagine that I would behave in such a scenario in real life. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying about learning to utilize the game logic to my advantage. Yeah, putting my right feet right there, it's also illogical. I should have put it right here on this little ledge, this little shelf. Can't even express how to explain because it's just reason, logic. Okay, push my way off to the left here, hopefully. Okay. And doll part number 2 is collected. That's nice. Okay, let's look at the wall once again. We can evaluate this section as well. Seems good, very good. I think all the way up here it should be quite nice. There's some sort of a stash, a tree stash right here. Nothing of interest here. Saving spot, another saving spot here with some plant below. I wonder what that is. Seems like a collectible of some sort. Maybe I can rappel down to it later. Need to keep that in mind. I forgot, I remember that there was some place where I forgot to climb up to pick up a honey plaster, which I regret now definitely because I'm running low on food supplies. But well, gotta leave it in the past now, because otherwise, what do we have here? Yeah, this seems a bit uglier to climb. Okay, so I'm going to recall the climb bot. Intrusive thoughts are getting in my head. I wonder where such thoughts come from. I mean, you're standing at this ledge knowing that falling, jumping off, getting down is certain death, considering the height. It's still, sometimes you wonder how would it feel like, what would it look like. Okay, but once again, let's not get sidetracked with random stupid thoughts and just continue on. I think I can try to get up from here already. Okay, managed to do that without effort. That's nice. Come on, not now.
We're in deep the sponsors are mad, I get the brunt of it. Gonna need something real here. Any news? Your altitude? Your stool color? I don't care. Just give me anything. Damn it!
That was an amazing moment to receive a message at. Okay, let's put a piton right here, because that's the last moment where we can stop for a little rest, and then we'll have to push through with all our might. Yep. Okay. Actually took a bit of an in real life rest in order to use the bathroom, and it actually put a simple and a small topic to talk about in my head actually. Not sure if you ever wondered how it looks like to be using the restroom in the mountains, or yeah, when going to a climbing region, for example. The answer would be, well, it depends, of course. Depends on what the region is like and what type of climbing you're doing. Because, well, when you're doing sport climbing, so climbing off routes with a rope, the routes being not that long, so like when I talked about multi-pitch climbing a little bit in one of the first episodes, when doing routes that are as long as one single pitch, where you just reach the top and rappel down, then of course that's no problem. Oh no, oh no. Shit. That was terrible. Okay, we can salvage that. We can repeat that climb. I believe it was quite easy. I just messed up at the end. I started to panic and I was talking. So yeah, when doing simple sport route climbing, route that is 15, 18, 20, 30 meters long, you probably will have a rope that is enough to climb it and rappel down from the top, from the anchor. So of course, if you're in the mountains, you're going to be using whatever is possible. But when doing multi-pitch climbing, so climbing rock faces that are as long as dozens, if not hundreds of meters, that's an interesting topic. Because of course you will have no bathroom breaks available. You'll be on the rock wall for a couple of hours at least, even up to like a day or longer than a day. So yeah, the preparation for it of course is quite extensive, but when it comes to getting your physiological needs done, then of course it means that you have to stop during climbing and do whatever it is that you have to do. When it comes to urinating, it's as simple as just stopping, like for example I'm doing with the pitons. You just set up a stop on the way up and just relieve yourself on the wall, which is funny and also pretty much the only thing that you can do actually.
Well, that was a bit of a disaster. But I think we managed to get out of there. Thanks to you. 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 Great.
Okay, managed this time. Yeah, that's the only thing that you can do, pretty much. Unless you bring up a container of some sort for that. But typically you wouldn't. It's not advisable, I would say. Because carrying it, of course, you would have to carry it. You cannot leave any garbage in the mountains. It's just immoral. Let's see the underground oak. Why not? Yeah, so urinating in some sort of a container, some sort of a bottle would mean you would have to carry additional weight with you. So you can just, yeah, do it on the wall, as long as you're not interfering with other climbers, then it's acceptable. I mean, considering that the rain is raining, the birds or other animals are relieving themselves on the mountains, it really isn't that big of a deal. As long as the type of rock, type of stone isn't affected by the, I don't know, acidity of urine. That's something to consider. And when it comes to number 2, well, climbers that do multi-pitch climbing will oftentimes bring with themselves some, I don't know, garbage bags, disposable bags, in order to, yeah, do it into them. And that thing is something you will have to carry with yourself. So we definitely, as such climber, have to be prepared for such situations. Yeah, interesting piece of knowledge, at least in my opinion. But it also makes sense. I mean, what else can you do, right? Throwing it all the way down isn't really acceptable because, well, firstly, for your poop to be falling down so much, I mean, a couple dozen, a couple 100 meters, the gravity would make it a material that would definitely be a safety risk for people below you. And also, well, what happens with it when it falls down to the ground, right? It stays there. I mean, nobody is going to be walking around collecting it for you. And you definitely, well, you probably will not be coming down to collect that. Alright, that was a great distracting topic to talk about, and it helped me climb on to here. Okay, I see my flask is empty, I can drink. Nice, very nice. Okay, let's see what we have here. Some sort of a book. Register 598. By a vote of 7 to 2, it was decided today that our community would depart forever. Camille now be orphaned from the troglodyte society, probably until the end of time. Oh no. That's sad. We shall leave the village at the next moon to give everyone time to prepare bags, ropes, and food, and so our village will fade away, not from climbing up in the heights, but by sinking into the plains. May our horizontal life bring us as much happiness as our vertical life on the walls of Kami the Untamed.
Can you really put freedom up to a vote?
That's a little bit edgy. An edgy comment. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be bringing another climbing tape with me. I have two. I also have one tea bag, which I don't think is really all that useful. All in all, it's just for brewing some tea, which is first replenishment. But the maple syrup, let's see, maybe it's food of some sort. Maple syrup, you can find anything on Kami. Should I keep it until I find pancakes? Huh. Okay, I have two piton scraps that I'm going to hold on to for now. I definitely seem to be losing more pitons lately. And yet again, I'm not sure whether it's just that the game has spiked up the difficulty a little bit, or am I just doing a bit worse now? Definitely we should start to look at those plants and such available, seeing how food supplies are scarce lately. Another cave in here. Doesn't seem like there's much inside, just another dragging frog. I don't think there's anything to collect from this particular cave, so we can skip it. We don't really need to go into that. Where am I once again? Down here, okay. Let's see, is there anything worth my time over here? Not really. There's this cave. Okay, I think I can leave this left side for now and focus on what's up ahead. Okay, that's the first time we ever have seen the summit of the mountain. That's nice. Okay, I'm here. Anything here? Not really. Just some wall decoration. Okay, so we've picked up this doll part. There's something over here. A backpack. Ooh, and this might have been someone's climb bot. I sure hope it's not the guy that we have met already. Okay. Then let's see what's inside this little cave right here first. Register 596. The council met today to discuss the forthcoming departure for the Wind Palace. Old Sandro's body is starting to stink and needs to be buried quickly. Okay, somebody has died in the troglodytes cave. It's a two-day climb, maybe fewer if we send Nathan and Serena, our fastest climbers. We'll receive no help from the weather, so the rock will be slippery throughout the ascent. But we decided to go to the sanctuary anyway. Sandro was indeed an important member of our community, whose absence will cloud the locals' high spirits for a long time to come. Some wind chimes ringing. Big chalk buck. I don't really need it, honestly. Looking at that, we have like 5 chalk stacks at the moment. And also, let's see this. Yep. I mean, okay, I'm going to hold on to it for now, but I could as well scrap that again to recycle it and preserve a little bit of backpack space.
They dreamed of the heights, but they all had to come back down.
I wonder why is that? Were they forced to do it? I mean, is that what this last pictogram is showing? Is it like an explanation of the history of the troglodytes? Like they first went up the mountain, found some caves, built a community, built a religion, most likely. Then at some point they decided maybe that the mountain was being too commercialized and they had to descend into the, as they refer to it, horizontal way of living. Register 587. The council met today to take account of the village's inhabitants and estimate our resilience. Our community has lost another 5 members this year, 1 fatal fall during the annual trip in the fish farming cave, 4 voluntary departures with the descent of Mafa and her family. May the horizontal life bring them as much happiness as our traditional vertical life. At this rate, in less than 10 years, we won't have enough people to run the village properly. The school will enroll only 4 children at the start of the new school year. This is a worrying and revealing sign. The council wondered whether we should contact the troglodyte villages in the surrounding mountains to find out whether they were experiencing the same phenomenon. Okay, so the culture has started to die down in a natural way somehow. At least that's my assumption from what I'm reading. Alright. Let's drink. And set up a bivouac. We'll probably be needing to cook some food. And maybe we should start considering not climbing only in the daylight. Because sleeping through the night means that we are wasting a bit of our hunger. Let's see what we have for cooking. We have the instant noodles, we have the maple syrup, the gentian. Let's recall what was the infusion for. Health and thirst. Not really necessary at the moment. wonder what happens when I brew myself a bit of coffee. Ten first. Warmth, I believe. And some burst. Okay, let's store it away for now. Did I use my water bottle for that? Yep, I did. Not the best, but I guess. Let's hope that it will do nicely. Gentian infusion. I mean, I don't think that there's any downside to brewing it and replacing our still water for it. So let's just do that. And the other gentian, I'm just going to scrap or compost. There's another bag of litter. I'm going to hold on to this piton scrap for now. Plenty of chalk, I should start using it once again. Okay, but I kind of messed up. Now I don't have anything to cook with. Right. Can I cook with coffee? I can actually. Okay, maybe let's sleep another night. Just as a safety precaution. Okay, I'll try to cook up, yeah, maybe the gentian infusion with some maple syrup. Extra sweet. Okay, and it doesn't seem to replenish any hunger anymore, so that was a waste. Which means that I have to eat the beef jerky, or the jerky. There's a cow on the package, so I suppose it's a beef jerky. Let's eat it, compost the garbage bags. Drink up some of this infusion, some coffee, and head back out. Alright, and I think that makes do for this episode. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and we'll see each other once again in the next episode. See ya!